Hi guys, welcome back. Today I have a fun little tumble. I picked up some Apatite from Pages in Montague again, and this stuff I'm really looking forward to. I've tumbled pieces of it before, but never actually made a tumble of it specifically. Just loose pieces I picked up other places, and I'm really looking forward to this. The few pieces I have had down at my chalet have gotten a lot of attention, and I'm looking forward to, oops, sorry about bumping the camera, really looking forward to having some of it of my own. Yeah, that guy's kind of big, isn't he? And there's another one about the same size. I'm just wondering if I can cut those down, or should cut those down before I load them into a barrel. There's going to be some clunkers, that's for sure. The others are, well, that one's a little bigger, but not ridiculous. Redonkulous. I don't know if I can get a cab out of that. I don't know, that it's got those lines through here, kind of makes me think that it's going to fracture as soon as I start sawing on it. This one looks a little more solid. Sure would like to get at least one cab out of this stuff. Okay, I talked myself into it. Gonna have to pause this tumble. I thought I would load it up right now. I'm gonna have to pause it until I get a saw on it and get these pieces cut down. I think I'm just gonna saw through this one in the middle and see if it fractures. And then this one, I'll see if I can get a cab out of it. It'll be fun to have at least one cab out of the bat. Okay, well, talked myself into it. Alright, fresh off the saw, time to see what I got. I tried I'm leaving my saw right in the cabinet because I have a ton of saw work to do this weekend. But it came out kind of good, kind of not. It was really easy to saw. I mean, the blade went through it like butter. Yeah, obviously it fractured quite a bit as it cut. Got a few pieces out of it. Yeah, that one just plain broke as I was sawing it. You can see the fracture. You can see where I started to saw it here. And then it just broke the rest of the way. So exactly what I was afraid of if I tried to cab it. And I did try to get one cab out of it, and it did not. As I cut it, it kind of broke apart. This stuff is supposed to have a 5 hardness on the Moa scale, but that saw went through it like butter. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually even less than that. But yeah, let's get it into a barrel. See how much of it. This is 2 pounds worth of Apatite I started with. Obviously the saw took a little bit of that off. Not oodles. It looked like it might fill the barrel all the way to the top, or pretty close. Which, given the softness of this stuff, I'm totally okay with to run that way. Looks like I've got a few more chunks I can throw in there. A few more. Looks like I got it all. Yeah, that's a good size. It's almost a little over 3/4, I think. But that's about where I wanted it to be for the first tumble. Who knows? This might be a stone that I only need to tumble once. I really hope so, because I can't imagine there'll be much material left after 2 rounds in stage 1. Alright, I got my 3570. Used to be 6090, but I bought that big 45-pound box of grit, and it's 3570 now. That aside. Yeah, I know some guys are super touchy about the cleanliness of the barrels and stuff, and the lids and what have you, but I'm not one of those, especially for stage 1s, whatever. And if it was stage 4, I would want to, you know, obviously, or even 3, I'd want to burnish the barrel before I put anything in it. But stage 1 and 2, I'm not super concerned. Alright, there we go. Time to put it on the tumble. See you in a week. Alright, so I decided to check these after 5 days on the rotary tumbler. And I'm glad I did, because the barrel, when I stuck my finger into the barrel, I know when I'd loaded it pretty close to the top. I'm thinking that the large volume of stone in there would keep them safe from damage, but when I stuck my finger into the barrel, my finger went down almost the full depth, at least that far, and I'm like, that's not good. That means a lot of the rock is disappearing. And I know these are very soft rock and they're very difficult to tumble, but I never I guess I never guessed they would be this soft. But they're looking good, they're looking better. I'm gonna smooth, round it off. I think I'm just gonna take them as they are and move them into stage 2 in the vibratory tumbler. These are starting to look and feel a lot like the coquina jaspers, that kind of softness. So I'm not thinking I'm going to get a great shine on these without hand polishing, but maybe there's a few of them that'll be worthy of hand polishing, but I'll try my best and see what I can get out of them. Yeah, these aren't quite ready for stage. Some of them aren't quite ready for stage 2, but that's where they're gonna go. Nice deep hole there, because I imagine they're going to get a lot of surface taken off even in stage 2. There's not really enough to fill that tumbler, and I don't know if I have anything that soft around anymore, so these might get tabled for a couple weeks to a couple of months as I find stones that match them or buy more or something, but yeah, darn it. Well, I'll see you whenever I can get them out of stage 2. Okay, so it has been a bit since I tumbled, since the last little clip you just saw. I have put them into stage 2, 3, 4, and 5. I was trying to get a good polish on them with soft stones, putting them in my vibratory tumbler at a slow speed. And as you can see, I got some mixed results. The stones, these apatites, seem to have 2 different types of minerals in them. And the harder, the darker the blue material, got a decent gloss on it. Not shiny by any means, but a good gloss. And whereas the brighter blue took more of a matte finish. It's still pretty, by all means, still pretty. But yeah, definitely not the high gloss that you'd like to see on a polished stone. I think I had cut a couple of these, maybe the larger nodules down, but those disappeared. I tried to make cabs and I think they just plain disappeared. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you those and how they turned out. But I started with 2 pounds of stone, and I threw them stage 1. Oh yeah, here's one that came out as a dud. I threw them in stage 1 into the rotary tumbler for a full week, and that was a mistake, as I probably already explained previously on the video. And when I told Clark I did that in at Pages, who has a little more experience tumbling softer stones, he definitely had a cringy look. he knew that was not what I should have done, and now I know I shouldn't have done. Because I probably took almost the full pound of material off just in that little stage 1 process. But these are really cool, really fun. I definitely want to go back and try to hand work some of these. Like that one would be really cool to face polish. And then I can wrap it and run some wire through that little crack. And yeah, it's not going to look too bad. It'll look pretty cool as a pendant. But yeah, going to have to grind it down a little bit for a face polish. But yeah, these are really cool. If I were to tumble these again, I would probably start them in the vibratory tumbler. And I'm going to be doing that with some stones in the future, to show you guys what they look like when you do a full tumble with a full vibratory tumble on soft stones, to be clear and concise in what I'm speaking. And yeah, hopefully, I'm just trying to get some different results and try to see what can and can't come out of that tumbler. Looking good. There might be a certain hardness level that just you're never going to get a good tumble on. I don't know. Obviously, if you want a great shine on stones, you stick to the harder stuff, agates and jaspers and that sort of thing. But definitely not a apatite. Here's another one that would be great with a face polish. That'd be really pretty getting glossed up. I've been kind of slow to saw and hand work some stones, but I'm definitely going to have to get at it this week with these. I have a lot of projects that have been hanging in the works that have been building up that I really just need to put some other stuff aside in my life and get to. You know, which is always the problem with a hobby. It's a hobby. This is not my main time gig, so I can't really just shut down my life to get to it. But, especially now that wrestling season is in. Ooh, that took a good shine. My life is a little busy right now. Yeah, let's just show you all the little pieces here. I think I've told you everything I was going to tell you with these stones. Yeah, they're incredibly soft, but if you like, obviously, the matte finish on stones, sometimes it's really cool. These came out, I'm kind of disappointed, really craggy. Oh, that one took a good shine on one side. I'll try to catch it in the light again. So yeah, that's that harder brown material that keeps popping up in the veins on this stuff that took a good shine. Like there you can see the brown part took a good shine because that's a harder material, but the blue didn't. But yeah, I lost my train of thought again. Sorry. Interrupted myself. Oh, they're craggy, yeah. So I'm a little disappointed there. But again, that might have been just me being rough on them in the first stage of the tumble. Maybe if I had started with the vibratory tumbler and been a little more gentle, that wouldn't have happened. But I've also noticed there's some breakage in later stages too. It's inevitable. Even with a slow vibratory tumbler, I still get some breakage. But also, that might be me handling them and just throwing them in a tumbler with too roughly. I don't know. It's hard to say. I took a half-decent shine. Half-decent. At least for the Apatite. Yeah, they're kind of pretty. I like them. They would definitely be much prettier being hand-worked. I thought I had cut one nodule down for cabs. But maybe I didn't. Or maybe it just fell apart and I gave up. Which it might have been the case with these things because they're pretty soft. But, yeah. Yeah, they're cool. They're fun. They're probably stones I'm going to be hanging on to for a while. I can't imagine anyone wanting to buy them as they are. But, yeah. Still, pretty cool. A lot of fun. And hope you liked it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.